appreciate it if you put all that in an envelope and send it right over. Yes, cruises, fantasy trips. You know, yeah, everything I have in mind. You know what I have in mind. All right, thanks very much. Bye.
Hey, Dad, what's up?
Yeah, I walk in and there's a message. Get down to Dad's office ASAP.
I need your help.
What could you possibly need our help with?
Well, I can't imagine.
No, as a matter of fact, I don't think you can.
Well, could it have something to do with a certain wedding?
A wedding? What wedding?
Now, listen up, Mr. Best Man. I just had a talk with my fiancée about this wedding, and she had some very specific requests.
Something small and intimate. Probably just the two of them.
No, not quite.
Well, tell us, Dad. I'm curious.
Fabulous, spectacular, extravagant, dreamy. I mean, that's just a few of the words that she hit me with.
Are you serious?
Yes, and so is she.
Well, I think that's fabulous.
Yeah, well, what the heck? It's her first wedding.
That's right, and that's her attitude.
Well, what are you going to do, Dad?
I am going to ask the two of you to help me with some ideas, all right? Now, Brooke wants this to be something that will never be forgotten.
And, of course, you promised she'd have it.
Yes, you know me pretty well.
Well, you know, Dad, you could always persuade her to scale it down.
No, I don't want to.
Not as long as you have the two of us here, huh?
That's right. My think tank. Now, I want to come up with something that is everything Brooke wants. She deserves that. And I'm going to give it to her.
What are you doing here?
I used to live here.
Yeah, you used to. So where's my godson? You did bring him.
No, he's at home with a nanny.
That's too bad.
How are you doing?
I see. This is check up on little sister time.
I guess you could call it that. How is my little sister?
Bumbling along.
Anything new to report?
You mean with Jake?
Now that you mention his name.
No, Brooke. There's nothing new to report. Everything is pretty much the same.
Meaning you're still friends.
Yes, friends.
And the competition?
Felicia's coming around more often.
How does that make you feel?
Pretty crummy. But I'm not ready to throw in the towel.
So you'd rather feel crummy?
I'm not ready to give him up yet, Brooke. You know what that's like.
Yeah, I do.
Anyway, I still have a chance. This game's not over yet.
When will you know it is?
When she's wearing his ring.
That may not be for a very long time.
It might not ever happen at all.
Donna.
Can we please talk about something else?
All right.
It's kind of nice having Mom around, isn't it?
It was nice.
Well, it still is. She's still here.
She is?
Hello, Stephanie. Beth? How are you? Very well, thank you. What in the world are you doing here?
Any word?
From whom?
You know. Felicia Forrester, who else?
Sally, it's only been a couple of days.
Well, that's a couple more days than she needs to make up her mind.
We made her a nice offer.
A nice offer? Are you kidding? A nice offer. Eric Forrester himself wouldn't have made that girl the offer I did.
I'm sure she's pondering it.
Yeah, well, I just wish she'd ponder it a little faster, that's all.
You just can't wait to get even with Stephanie.
That's part of it.
That's all of it.
You don't think she deserves it after the way she's treated me?
You have thicker skin than that.
No. No, I don't. Not where Stephanie Forrester is concerned.
Sally, you know, those people, they've hated you for years. You never get this upset.
I didn't know Stephanie then. I wasn't exactly in her league, you know? People like the Forresters, I didn't have time to take tea with them. I was too busy trying to pay the rent and survive. Unfortunately, sometimes at their expense.
And now?
Now I'm doing my best just to maintain this new image we have. My daughter is married to a Forrester. Our image is not unlike the Forresters, you know? We have to give a little back to the community. I pay for charities. I go out. I make speeches. I'm respected, Clark. I am respected. Any of that mean anything to Stephanie? No. I pick up the phone. I call her. I go to visit her. I take her flowers. I went to the hospital when she was sick. I have offered her all of my support and friendship through this terrible period of the divorce. And how does she repay me? She still refuses to accept my daughter as her daughter-in-law, and she drags me into court up in front of a judge and gets me a public flogging for trespassing. Well, that was the final humiliation. I did not deserve that from her. And she will pay.
Sally, I hate the Forresters, too. But I don't take it personally when they get insulting. That's just the way those people are.
You don't get it, do you? I liked her. I admired Stephanie. I offered her all of my support. She had all of my support and all of my friendship right there in the palm of her hands, and what does she do? She throws it back in my face. She treats me with nothing but contempt. People shouldn't do that, you know? You shouldn't treat someone who wants your friendship and who admires you with that kind of contempt. It hurts them too much. And it calls for revenge.
No, Donna, you're wrong. Mom left yesterday.
No, she didn't. I talked to her this morning.
Where?
Here?
What did she say?
Not much, really. I was on my way out to class.
I thought that she left yesterday.
She told me she might be staying around for a while.
Why?
Oh, Brooke, she does have children. And now a new grandchild. What's wrong?
Donna, how did she seem to you?
Kind of quiet. You know, she thinks it'd be best if you and the baby went and lived in Paris.
She said that to you, too?
Yep, the other day. So she talked to you.
She came by the apartment.
Was Eric there?
Yeah. It got pretty nasty.
Oh, no. Brooke, what happened?
Mom is still in love with Eric.
What about Dad?
They haven't been together for the past couple of months. I'm sorry, Donna. I feel bad about it, too. After we talked, she told me that she was flying back to Paris. I thought that, well, I hoped, after seeing Eric and me together, that she might have second thoughts about Dad.
Well, I guess she didn't.
After you talked to her this morning, did she tell you how she was going to spend her day?
No.
I wonder where in the world she is and what she's doing.
May I come in, Stephanie?
Why?
Because you're well-bred with a sense of etiquette. Things we Valley girls know next to nothing about.
Good point. Come in.
Thank you. Well, the place is as lovely as ever.
Thank you.
But a little emptier now, isn't it?
Why are you here, Beth?
Like you, I was curious.
About what?
What it would be like to see you without the security of Eric at your side.
All the way across the Atlantic just to gloat?
Well, I think I had some of that coming.
You still blame me for everything that's happened to you.
Eric was mine. That's a fact.
He married me. That's an indisputable fact.
You were pregnant with Ridge. He did what men did in those days.
Are we just going to stand here and dredge up the past?
No, Stephanie, we're not. I came here to commiserate. We've both lost him now. It hurts, doesn't it?
I can assure you it is not going to take me as long to get over him as it did you. It's 30 years since college.
Oh, I've had him since then, Stephanie.
So you say. My troubles really began when you came back into his life, Beth.
Oh, no, your troubles began long before that when you lured him away by getting pregnant. Did you really think a relationship that manipulative would last?
It lasted 30 years. You can't manipulate Eric. If you really knew him, you would understand that. You've wanted him for a very, very long time, and you could never manipulate him away.
My daughter, on the other hand.
Your daughter, on the other hand. She took him away from the both of us. How does that feel?
Okay, Dad, we'll get right on it.
The ultimate wedding, huh?
Within reason.
How about an island? Your own island?
Now, see, that's good. That's a good idea. That could work. Yes, Trish?
Dad could rent a private yacht, take Brooke on a beautiful cruise. They could end up on their own personal island.
Where they'd be married.
I love this. This is good.
It's for you, Don.
Thorne and I have a great idea. Thorne, tell him. Hello?
Felicia, hello, it's Sally. Listen, I'm sorry, honey. I told the operator I wanted to talk to you, and she put me through to your father's office. Do you think he recognized me?
No, what can I do for you?
I need to talk to you, Felicia.
Well, I thought we already discussed this.
I know. I'm sorry, honey, but I'm going to have to come to a quicker decision than I thought. We're already into our summer line, and you're a big part of it, or you could be.
Why don't I give you a call?
No, I need to see you. I'm sorry, I don't mean to pressure you, but I've got to make a quick decision on this. I'll be in my office all afternoon if you're interested. Goodbye, honey.
So I can count on you and Felicia for some ideas?
Sure, we're already on it.
Good. Thank you.
So would you mind if Macy helped out?
No, I wouldn't. Not at all.
She'll appreciate that. And I do too.
Well, maybe she'll come up with the winning idea.
I've noticed that you've been more tolerant these days.
Well, I think maybe I am.
Anything Macy and I did right?
All right, look. It's possible I was wrong about Macy. Look, my only concern was her mother. Whether I could trust Sally. I just hope all that's behind us, too. Damn well better be.
You don't approve of my calling Felicia, do you?
Sally, I want her to work with us here, too. But it's not going to happen if you push her.
I'm not going to push her. I'm just going to dangle a very pretty substantial carrot in front of her nose. I'm going to make that girl an offer she will not be able to refuse.
I would just appreciate it if you let me talk to her.
Not this time, baby. This mission is mine.
Your mission is a mission against Stephanie. I'm interested in landing Felicia.
Oh, believe me, the two go hand in hand. Can you imagine how livid Stephanie Forrester's going to be when she finds out that Felicia is working with me here at Spectra? She is going to be so angry. She is going to be angry enough to kill. But she'll have to learn to accept it, won't she?
Or disown her daughter.
No, she'd never do that. She is completely loyal to that family of hers. She will stand by that girl even when she's working here with me. And ultimately, she will learn to accept Macy as her daughter-in-law. And she will even learn to accept me. She's not going to have any choice. I'm not going to give her one.
Do we really need to drag Brooke's name into this?
You mentioned her first. What are your views on her these days?
She's troubled. Alone with a baby.
Alone? She's living with Eric. And thanks to me, she's going to marry him.
How could you allow that?
Well, unlike you, I told you I'm not going to take the rest of my life to get over him.
You're not over him.
If I wasn't, I wouldn't have agreed to the divorce.
Well, there's only one reason for that. You were forced to.
Wrong. Dead wrong. If I wanted to, I could have kept the divorce process going forever. I chose not to, because I'm not going to spend the rest of my life getting over someone.
My, what bravado. You know, Stephanie, it's strangely satisfying to me to see you this way. Suffering, hurting like the rest of us. All this money, and you're down in the gutter bleeding like everyone else.
You should write romantic novels, Beth.
Look at you. Afraid to admit how desperately you really want him back.
If I wanted him back, I wouldn't have divorced him in the first place.
Oh, come on, Stephanie. You'd never turn him over to Brooke, ever. You want him just as badly as I do. Now, what's really on your mind? What's your plan?
You know what I just realized? This must be your worst nightmare come true. Your daughter is going to marry the man that you have loved all of your life. I think that I would do it all over again. Just because of all the things that you've done to me. There never would be a Brooke Logan in my life if it hadn't been for you. I'll tell you something. People in Beverly Hills hurt just as much as people in the valley. It's just a question of breeding. We handle these things with great dignity. You know where the door is. I don't have to show you.